Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing 3 yummy family-friendly dinner recipes. So let's get started. So for this recipe, I have some ranch seasoning, some sour cream, breadcrumbs. I use Italian seasoned, Parmesan cheese, and some chicken breast fillets. Now in this bowl, I put together 1 cup of sour cream and 3 tablespoons of ranch seasoning, which is equivalent to 1 package of ranch seasoning if that's what you have on hand. Then I just stir that all together. And then on a plate or a shallow dish, I add my breadcrumbs. I put a little bit more ranch seasoning for flavor and also some Parmesan cheese. Now it's time to get the chicken ready. So I learned this trick from the Wads channel, and there's this terrible cartilage piece that is right in the center of these chicken tenders. And an easy way to get that out without having to chop up the chicken into pieces is to use a fork and a little bit of pressure and just pull that cartilage out through the fork. It's pretty slippery, but is worth it to get that piece out of the chicken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of these. So now I'm getting everything battered up. I'm putting my chicken in the sour cream mixture and then dipping it into the breadcrumbs and placing it onto the baking sheet. So I bake these for about 20 minutes on 350. And then I just serve that with some mashed potatoes, corn, and a side salad. So for this recipe, we have some broccoli, brown sugar, cornstarch, garlic, ginger, some thinly sliced steak, an onion, and soy sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is chop up the broccoli into bite-sized pieces and wash it up. I next chop up my onion, garlic, and ginger. An easy way to peel ginger, if you don't know, is to use a spoon to scrape off the peel. And then I mix together my sauce, which has 2 teaspoons of ginger, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, half a cup of soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So the next thing I do is brown the beef in a pan, and once that is browned, I pull it off and put it on a plate and set that to the side. Next, I saute the onions a little bit and add the broccoli and cook that through. Once that cooks through, I add the beef back in along with the sauce and stir that together. And that's all it takes. Then I just serve that over some white rice. Life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. So this chili recipe I actually got from a Facebook group that I'm in. One of my friends posted it, and this is the second time that we've tried it. It has a ton of ingredients. I will link the recipe in the description box below, but also if you wanted to join that Facebook group with us, we share family-friendly recipes. I will link the group below if you're wanting to go check it out for some inspiration. So the first thing I'm going to do is get that bacon cooking. I just chop it up into a frying pan and fry it until it's crisp, and then you pull that off to the side to use later. While that bacon's cooking, in another pot, I am cooking up the Italian sausage, and I'm just using the cased sausage. I'm just cutting the insides out of the casing. And forewarning, if you want to try this recipe, it is a huge portion. So last time I made it, it barely fit in my pot, which is why I'm using a large stock pot to do it this time around. So I'm also adding the ground beef to that pot to cook up the sausage and beef together. In the pan that I cooked the bacon in, I'm sauteing my onion and pepper. So my sausage and beef is all cooked up, and I went ahead and drained the excess oil off of it and put that back into the pot, along with the cooked bacon, my sauteed vegetables, and all the other ingredients. So I'm adding my beans and corn here. I just rinse those beans off before I put them in the pot. And also, I don't think I mentioned earlier that I added a can of corn because we like corn in our chili. So then I'm adding my diced tomatoes, 2 cups of beef stock, 1 can of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Then I just stir that all together and let it simmer for 2 hours. We served it over rice with some homemade cheese buns, topped it with some cheese and sour cream because that's how I like to eat my chili. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes. Have an amazing day.